and tonight we are playing Red Hand of Doom, Electric Boogaloo. But before I let Patrick take it away, please check out the doodly doo down below and look up the Heroes Wanted collective of shows as well as our Extra Life link. But without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome everyone to session 34 of this campaign so far. I am the dungeon master for this group. I will be putting the players in a variety of situations and letting them kill all my NPCs. Joining me tonight are...
Hello everyone, I am Lorne. I'm playing Dr. Bedmay Eisen, the Tiefling Artificer Extraordinaire, with her faithful companion, Frankie.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I'll be playing Maximilian T. Justice, Dragonborn, Paladin of Glory, and potential door-to-door dwarven furniture salesman, depending on how this goes.
All right, Dora the Explorer. All right, hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Seymour Sunkist, the Warlock newspaperman, and tonight's top story: are fire giants arming minorities in your neighborhood? We'll tell you more at 6.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara. I'm back, and I shall be playing Chirrup, the Kenku Bard of the College of Whispers.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Molly Goldwyn, Socialist Cleric and Defender of the Proletariat.
Oh, they can't hear you, Steph.
All right, I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Molly Goldwyn, Socialist Cleric and Defender of the Proletariat.
I am Brendan. I'll be playing Julius, the Vedalken Wizard.
And last session, our party returned to the town of Drellin's Ferry after destroying the Skull Gorge Bridge, thereby delaying the horde that they had seen gathering just beyond it. And pushing themselves, they arrived the same day back to Drellin's Ferry. And all of you, except Max, were exhausted from this. Nevertheless, you continued assisting everybody in town as best you could. You found that Jor, your guide through the woods, and a pair of merchants had been killed recently, and that quite a few of the townsfolk had already departed. Dr. Eisen and Julius went out to the surrounding farms to try and convince more people to leave, and found that they were more afraid of losing their land to Yormel, one of the local landowners, than to the horde. And Julius and Eisen promised to change Yormel's mind, and if so, that would free more of the farmers to be able to escape the horde. You also met with Morlin, the dwarven blacksmith, whose cousin Ralston had recently escaped from the Hammerfist Hold, where they let you know that fire giants have taken over the volcanic forge and are starting to produce weapons for the Red Hand that will be delivered as the horde arrives in Drellin's Ferry. Their dwarf leader at the Citadel Grangharaz seems to have chosen to work with the Red Hand. Their name is Gerdas Blazenstrike. And that you were told that some slaves there could still fight, but they've been held down over a period of months. And you may be able to find a pocket of resistance, but things look dire. Seymour went to visit his shopkeep, potential love interest, Jarrett Noor, and donated about 460 gold, all his money, to her to aid the townsfolk as they evacuate, not seeing her slide a dagger back into her sheath as he freely offered up the money. You then convinced the town council it was more prudent to flee and burn the crops in the surrounding farms instead of fighting or attempting to negotiate with the Red Hand. And even Yormul was put in his place enough to promise not to take any of the local farmland. The pacifist wizard Sir Tiernan agreed to assist you and teleport you to the Citadel to help free the dwarves. His spell was very successful, and you now find yourselves on the side of this volcanic mountain staring up under the shadow of Mount Marasbor, where the three citadels of the Hammer Fist holds exist. It is incredibly hot. You are, in an environment where there are slow-flowing streams of lava bubbling and popping around you, throwing scorching droplets of molten rock through the air, singeing everything they come into contact with. And there are pyroclasts litter this sort of ashen, sulfurous wasteland around you as you climb up the side of this hill. There is a track cut into it, so it is not a difficult climb. If it were not for this incredible heat, those of you wearing heavy armor, which is pretty much just Maximilian, can feel it. And Molly, as you are moving through here, the rest of you are just immediately starting to sweat, and the billowing smoke and sulfurous clouds emitted from the volcano at least provide you cover as you make your way up to this massive black iron citadel. Looks like it's made from adamantine and then carved out of the other rock around it. You can see there is, in fact, about a 50-foot wide stream of lava that cuts directly through this citadel, and it was built across it. As you approach, you can see, generally through these sulfurous clouds, that it is a towering edifice, and on the front, there are two sets of massive doors that look new. Clearly, the doors there seem to have been replaced by ones that are fit for giants. They are closed. There is a gap in the center of the wall that you can see where the lava flows through. But this is what you see as you approach, and at the end of this hour of trekking that gets you up to the front doors, I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Now remember, if you're all sticking within 10 feet of me,
Which we would be.
Oh God, yes.
Yep.
so
It's
add
so
1 to whatever you roll.
Hot.
1.
10.
And you have disadvantage if you are wearing heavy armor.
So 14. I haven't added it yet. I should.
Oof.
9.
You are all, you're all fine for this first hour. Julius, you don't feel good, but you do not gain a level of exhaustion.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, no, sorry. It's my charisma modifier, so 2. Sorry.
So, 1 is, pathetic.
All right. So, and as you approach, you can hear the constant hammering and grinding of the citadel in front of you, even at this distance.
Lava does fire damage, right?
You don't know. Go stick your hand in and find out.
There's lava rules in 5th edition. They exist.
I'm going to assume Index is immune to fire. Do we want to send Index in to scout through the river of lava?
Why don't you ask Index? Would this
Well-
be a good idea?
Oh, I know Index is immune to fire damage. I don't know if lava is just fire damage, which, as a player, I know is just fire damage.
I mean, it's still stone.
Yeah, this opening
Liquid stone.
is, there is smoke and sulfurous clouds that are sort of blocking the view, but it appears to be a massive open entryway. So he doesn't have to go into the lava. He could just fly right through that area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so...
Yeah,
do we
like
wanna
it spans the entire edifice of this.
All right, I'm just double checking the spell. But I think it's 1,000 feet?
For Find Familiar, it's 100 feet, I believe.
Oh, right, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Let's see.
The chain.
Yeah, 100 feet, yeah.
Warlocks is what makes it better.
And it doesn't... Oh, I don't think it makes it that much further. Let me just double check, because I am chain pack.
No, the.
Or I'm book pack, sorry.
Wait, if you're book pack, how do you have?
Oh, no, I'm chain pack. No, I'm chain
Yeah.
pack. It's right there. Pack to the chain.
The improved one is the thing, the incant and evocation.
No, it's just next. It's pack to chain's just the attack. And it doesn't count for my number of spells. Yep. And the different forms, but nothing else. So let's get closer, and I can sneak in with him. But we should probably be like up there or over here.
I don't know. This is a dwarven citadel. We don't know what's around the sides.
You can send either one of your familiars on a circle if you want.
Not tour.
I can get about if this is just open. Then yeah, I will lean on either Molly or Julius, and my eyes will go white, and Index will go invisible, and head to 80 feet that way. So he still has 20 feet inside to take a look around.
All right. Do you want to send your owl around to check the exterior, Julius, or?
No, we're gonna let the invisible one handle this.
Okay.
Oh, I'll move up the token. Sorry, forgot.
Yeah. He flies through that sulfurous cloud, and inside, you can see that, this stream does bisect this main floor. To the left are anvils with small groups of dwarves at work dressed in sort of scrappy shirts and heavy trousers. You see they appear to be overseen by these glowing bronze dwarves that look like they're already on fire. Roll me a perception check as well, please.
All right. My perception check, because I'm looking through his eyes, right?
Yep. You also see against the eastern wall, there's a set of doors with a pair of dwarves that do not appear to be dressed the same as the slaver dwarves. They clearly look like they are a little bored, but they are standing in front of a large set of double doors. You see there's another closed door down to this.
Oh, I can move. I still have 20 feet of movement, so...
Yeah, so I'm
that
assuming
gives
you're
me more-
completely inside. Yeah.
Yeah, so, sorry, that was 5, 10, 15, 20 there.
Yeah, so you can see there's a door to the southwest, a door on the western wall with the guards that don't appear to be the dwarves wearing rags and doing the work. On the right, you see seated at a massive table on benches are a pair of fire giants with glaives sort of resting against the table, seemingly deep in conversation. And directly in front of you is this massive looks to be almost like a giant rotating mill that you see dwarves are standing on and moving barrels of ore across as it rotates, and the jetty sort of on either side as they step on or off. And you see another handful of dwarves that are helping people across the lava or operating some of the other machinery. And then you can see at the very north end is another large opening of the lava as it continues to stream through. So you get the sense there are other areas to the north of this massive rotating machinery in the center of the space, but you can't see it from where you are because there are walls.
All right, so looking at this door here, how is it sealed?
Just appears to be closed. You don't see any bars or anything across it.
So it's okay. So I'm explaining all this to the party as I'm seeing it. West wall, 4 dwarves and a door, 2 doors, yada yada yada, and the door appears to be open. I think we can just walk right in. As for the other door, I can't quite see that. Let me see if let me zoom out here and make it easier.
Yeah, there is a wall here, so it's blocking a little bit your view of this other door on the right-hand side.
All right, that's 100 feet, so you should be able to move there to be able to see around the corner, like right there.
Yeah, you see, that door is not barred as well. You also see down in the right-hand corner is a staircase that is clearly sized for giants. Even from a basic look here, it appears that several of the doorways and entryways have been sort of broken and refitted to fit giants.
All right, so then as I'm telling everyone about that, I will order Index to come back to about, this was 100 feet, about here. You can't see around that, but he can see. Oh, I think it's
all right.
5 feet more.
Give me a stealth check as you do that, please.
Ooh, because I'm displacing the steam.
You're displacing steam, and you are moving around and upsetting air. Yeah. Nobody seems to be paying any attention or notice to you. I will say you also notice along here there appears to be a large shelf built into the wall that looks like it has some sort of diagram or plan lying on it, as well as some cups for the very large cask that is in the corner.
All right.
There's another set of doors heading northwards.
Okay, perfect. I will order him to stay there invisible and let us know if they start coming out or anything strange happens before we're ready. And my eyes will go back to normal, and I will, reiterate what I just saw and say there is a map, but I can't get close enough. We either have to get closer to the fortress or cross the river.
I don't know of any way to cross the river. If you can jump 40
about
feet of lava,
I think
plans. I would be interested in seeing those once we remedy the situation. Yeah.
Well, let me see. Let's see. I'm going to pace it out to see if I have enough difference. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm not going to go right next to the lava stream. I'll stop about there, and let's see if I have enough Oh, I gotta zoom out one.
Yeah, sorry, these are big maps.
Oh, it's still 125. Yeah, there's no way I can. Oh, actually,
Seymour, you could move
There's-
closer.
no. Here, look. Are you see my thing? 120 feet. 120 feet. 116 feet.
You got to get across the lava.
120 feet.
Lava, lava, lava.
How far is it across the lava?
About 40 feet.
Let me just check
I shall
something.
not
Sure.
jump
Yeah.
that.
Not with that attitude.
Okay, Max, you're gonna like this.
I highly doubt that.
No, you're gonna like this. I'm gonna put my hands down. Punch me.
Seymour,
Punch me!
listen. It's time for an intervention. I know you're hitting the booze a lot harder and you feel really bad about yourself. But
No! If you punch me, I can teleport. Punch me, damn it!
Is this real or is this
This
one of his
is-
delusions?
this is weird, Seymour. I hope you realize that.
Just trust me. Have I steered you wrong yet?
Yes.
Chirrup will start snickering at that.
All right, fine. I will walk up to this, like, just in the left shoulder and just a little. All right?
Enough to cause damage.
I was gonna do it, but I can't actually cause damage.
Do I have an unarmed attack? I don't.
Everybody does.
Okay,
No,
so,
yeah, I
attack.
don't have one set up.
Chirrup's
Uh,
gonna
So my
come up
audio
and just, like,
crapped
stab him
out.
with the beak.
and I
Uh-huh.
missed a hell of a lot of thing in the last 2 minutes.
We're gonna beat
Yeah,
up
we're stabbing
Seymour.
Seymour.
I'm asking someone to fucking hit me so I can teleport across the river.
so
And
what do I-
Chirrup stabs you with his beak.
Alright, perfect. Roll that.
as Max winds up, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, so that's, I will just say that is 1 plus your strength modifier, Chirrup, piercing damage.
I have a -1 pierce. I have a -1 to strength.
It
Yeah, you're
doesn't
like
do-
Julius. It
doesn't
does
do
no
God damn,
damage.
that's not gonna work.
Ow! I said hit me!
I will
yelling.
come over.
Punch.
No, I got this.
Okay.
Okay,
Molly's just
here,
laughing.
here, here. Hold out your
The
hand.
lava.
Hold out your hand.
Good lord.
Yeah, I hold up my hand and I'm face palming with the other. This shouldn't be this hard.
I just run the scalpel along the back of your palm.
Ow!
You take 3 piercing damage.
Thank you, and I teleport 60 feet across the river.
How does that work?
It's
Warlocks
some
are
weird
quite a
warlock stuff.
Strange group of
Seymour.
Now get back together.
Yeah, well, I can still stab myself.
Oh,
Oh, I could have stabbed myself.
Why didn't you just bite your thumb, you dummy?
So I was trying to be fun. You guys are no fun.
I do but bite my thumb, sir.
I bite my thumb at you. I can't. God damn it! I'm still not close enough. I think I gotta get closer. What the hell? For some reason, I was dragging Julius.
Why?
Julius
'Cause he's so weak?
I don't know. I just had Julius when I was trying to measure. Yeah, I got to move about 25 feet closer, and then Index will slide on over. Yeah, there we go.
And you can clearly see atop this, sort of desk shelf, are what appear to be plans of a mine that are sized for a giant. They're about 15 feet wide and nearly 10 feet long.
Now I can't see out of my. I'm seeing through his eyes, but can
Yep.
I have my notebook and sketch that out while I'm looking through Index's eyes? Because I, sketched things before while looking at them.
Sure, give me a performance check.
Oh, performance. That's a good idea. I'm not bad at performance.
You spend a good 15 minutes or so, and you shrink things down, but you think you have a half decent sketch of what appears to be a mine.
Yeah, Index will return back to that center point, and then I will walk back and pick up. Are there any stones lying on the surface?
Many a hot stone.
I pick up a hot stone and hold it until I do 1 point of damage.
You take 4 points of damage.
It's still. Let me do that. -4. All right, and I am back with the intel. Ow, 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 ow. Hot, 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 and I'm blowing on my fist.
I will lay on hands for how much was that? 7 points of damage?
Actually, I don't think I completely. Let me just double check that I can do that twice in one fucking round, because that's my new ability. So, you can vanish in a puff of mist and short or long rest. I gotta sit for an hour before I can do that again. So I'm stuck on the other side.
Would you have known
Yep.
this before you did it?
Yes, but we need the info, and I can send the sketch over with Index. Both doors are open, so it seems like I can at least get in with you.
You can get in on the other side of a big river of lava.
Oh no, I can get in here. Oh, sorry, I wasn't meant to open that. Here or here. Both these doors are open. So if we're going to attack, I don't think I can fly.
You should invest in that.
Did Index find any other pathway across the lava?
Just that wheel. The wheel seems to be the only way.
How far does the lava river go?
South, yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, it goes. You've been walking next to it for well over an hour.
I guess we're gonna go sit down out of view for an hour while Seymour recharges.
And then we're gonna take another Constitution save. I think that this is a bad idea.
Well, shit.
That's right.
Too late to reverse it.
So
Yep.
we don't know of any physical way of getting across this river, do we?
Yeah, right here. The big sphere, this thing.
I actually can't see the sphere because it's in darkness for me, but
Oh, but yeah, there's a big water wheel that kind of turns and has prongs
Yeah.
on it, and you jump on it, and you can get spun around.
But the thing is, I can see this giant here, and I don't think you're going to be sneaking through to get up to the wheel.
Well, are we trying to? There's no way we're sneaking past any of them. I don't think.
Probably not.
No, this
Okay.
is-
I will say, I mean, you do understand this is an incredibly noisy place, but yeah, visually it's a little more difficult.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go with an alternative plan. Can anybody, perhaps, do some sort of magic thing that lets me comprehend or speak languages?
Absolutely,
Can you do it from this distance?
absolutely not.
All right.
Oh wait, yes, I can. As Index comes over, and are you ready now?
Dwarvish, please.
everything.
Well, it's everything.
Okay. Will I speak
Yeah.
these languages?
I'm doing tongues,
Yes.
so
Everyone will understand everything you say, and you will understand everything everyone says.
Okay, excellent. Because I am the social character here. So,
Ahem.
yeah.
also a hem.
Yes, but Chirrup, can you have a conversation with these people?
He'll shake his head sadly.
I mean, I could distract him on this side.
Well, yes, we're going to need you to do that. But also, it's time to walk up to the front door and pretend like we belong. Let's look at my deception score. 2. Awesome.
You do know from Index that, there is at least a lava entry point on the far side of the building too.
A lava entry point, like one that goes into the lava?
Like exactly the same as this on the other side.
That
Didn't see any doors, but yeah.
Yeah, but does that help us?
I
Like,
don't know.
we walk across the lava.
It would help if we could fly,
It
but
could.
I can't.
Can we fly? Because my only other option is to go up to the door and try to think up of some clever things to say.
I mean, I could try and distract them on this side of the door and just book it while you guys sneak in the other side.
We could, but also you'll get yourself killed.
I mean, I'm pretty good at selling newspaper subscriptions.
I'm not going to recommend it. We can't get to you to help you.
Are we gonna pull off the old, hey, we're selling Girl Scout cookies?
I'm going to try.
Well, newspapers, but yeah.
I don't have a deception score. I know Chirrup does, but can Chirrup make a conversation? That's the problem. Like, can Chirrup convincingly lie to a group of dwarves to let us in because we're here from, I don't know, the Red Hand, and we're here to inspect the place?
This spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Wait a minute.
So-
Would that work on a Kenku?
I think so.
I have a thought.
Uh-huh.
The only reason that this place is currently aligned with the Red Hand is the Fire Giants, correct?
Yes.
How many Fire Giants did Index see when he went inside?
2.
Yeah, just the 2.
There's probably more, but thus far just the 2.
It's quite hard to hide a Fire Giant.
Yes.
Well, 2 in the room. There's stairs for fire giants going upstairs.
Downstairs.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, down.
There could be more downstairs. There could be more in the area.
And I will say, once you've had a moment to flip through Seymour's book, you realize that along with the mines, noted are little notations of Kobold Lair, and then an X that says Vault.
Eureka!
Can we enter through the Kobold Lair?
It appears to be deep below ground. It appears that entry to the mine itself looks like it is a deep shaft that is in the northwest of the building. Getting down to the Kobold area, you have to go through the mines to get to there.
Okay, so we still got to get into the Citadel, and then into the mines / the Kobold Lair. I think that our best option is to try the front door, unless anybody knows another way in, like you can fly us over the lava or whatever.
I have Featherfall. I don't have Fly.
Yeah.
I think I'm best for persuading them to look at least this way.
Okay. Well, let's approach the doors then and see if Seymour can distract him from that side of the lava.
Yeah,
Question.
I'll walk up as the group goes up.
Before we go forward, are we planning on immediately attacking? Is that our plan, or are we trying to sneak by?
If we could somehow convince the dwarves at the door to, like, attack the fire giants with us, then sure. Otherwise, we might have to just attack.
I can just kick down the doors and say, your time is up. Rise up with us and kill the fire giants and just attack them. Try and persuade the dwarves to fight with us.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a particularly grand plan, but given the circumstances and given the fact that we had absolutely no planning coming into this, might work, might not.
Jervis is still just quietly singing to himself and Orin, and Max is the only one that can understand him.
And I will just sort of say in a language. Well, no, everyone understands me.
Yep.
I can't say.
In theory, you could be speaking gibberish with an internal meaning, and we would understand it.
Yep.
All you hear is wah 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 wah. But you know, yes, sir. No, sir.
All right. Are you thinking you'll send one person in, the whole group in? What are your plans?
I'm okay with going up whoever is going to be doing the talking and like lending what aid I can with
Yeah.
yeah.
That's probably what we're gonna have
What
to do.
was the dwarf that escapes name?
Ralston.
Ralston.
All right, good to know. I think I don't know. We open the door. I shout to the dwarves, "Rise up, Ralston's message got to us. We're here to free you. Fight the usurpers. Fight the fire giants."
Roll me an insight check, Seymour.
All right, one sec. I'm doing
I
this
have a
one-handed.
feeling someone walked into a trap.
We do tend to do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, incidentally, since we're doing this, Seymour, I'm going to spend a first level spell slot on you. You now have a AC 2 higher than it was before.
What's the range on that spell?
60 feet. I can reach across the lava.
Oh, just. Seymour,
16, nice.
looking at, as Index was flying around, most of the dwarves that are working here don't look like they're in fighting condition. And Ralston told you there were some that still have fight in them, but not the majority of them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
They
find
don't
out
have to
about
fight. They can hinder, or they can even just run.
They can hinder or they could die.
That's pretty much it regardless. If they don't die here, they're going to die in a few weeks.
Or they're going to die in a couple of hours outside.
Just to confirm, Max is going to be the face of this, right?
Ideally.
All right, I will inspire whoever is going to be the face. So I am assuming that is Max. So Max gets inspiration.
All right.
Oh, I
That
thought
is
I was
now
walking to the door to distract them.
We'll do a distraction.
Whoever's going to be the face, you get inspiration.
It should not be Seymour. Seymour's on his own. If he draws attention to himself, he's going to die.
Yeah, I will say, Seymour, you can act as a distraction when things are starting to go south, as they will. Wait about 4 seconds before you start. And then you can act as a distraction, and there's probably going to be options. Honestly, the thing that you can do is probably not going to present itself to you until you're inside.
What?
Like, we don't know what we're walking into. We kind of do, but we don't. So it's just the 2 fire giants we're attacking here, yes?
Yeah, but I thought we were going to get the dwarves on our side was the big part. Even though we don't think they're all in fighting trim.
Yeah. So
that was my...
And
we're
you think there's
them.
a couple that are clearly warders instead of sort of prisoners.
Yeah, and those are the two on the other side of the door here.
And there's the burning sort of brass ones as well.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right, go for it.
Get ready for a lot of fire damage. Okay.
Come in.
No response. It is loud enough that your knocks are not heard.
Max, I believe you have to kick the door in.
It's one of those, huh? All right.
I assume my speaking was not carrying far.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Oh, you can all basically yell at each other outside. The noise is that loud here. You are outside a massive forge with machinery running.
Yeah.
Would
All right.
people here if this doesn't work for Max, would like not casting the spell, but with the sound of a shatter, does Chirp think that, because he can mimic the sound, but does he think that would be loud enough to get attention if the door thing with Max doesn't work?
If Max can't kick up the door, I think
Shatter carries for a fair distance. So yeah, you think that would draw attention.
All right.
Perfect.
I set my cloak a billow. I draw my sword because I want to come in with an entrance. Actually, yeah. Oh, sorry, Chirp. And I kick in the door.
This is
You
the problem.
kick the door, and I mean it's a giant-sized door. So give me an athletics check.
Please, God, don't let this fail. 17.
Yeah, it opens, but it doesn't like slam open because it is a massive, massive door. It creaks open. It's heavy and sort of hot to the touch. It opens wide enough for you to step in, but it's not like a big dramatic moment. Just because this is a huge door.
All right.
And
I will push the doors open at that point dramatically. Because I'm trying to make a dramatic entrance, and yeah, it kind of undercuts it. I'm like, who's in charge here? As I step forward.
all right, you step through the doors, sort of saying that you notice that a couple of these dwarves that are working sort of look up and then immediately almost look down and start heading back to their work. One of these fire giants stands up, sort of wanders across. One of these bronze dwarves heads over, and the fire giant in giant just says, "Who's asking, wee boy?"
I step forward into the middle of the room, cloak a billow, and I say, "My name is Maximilian T. Justice. In the name of Torm, I demand to know what is going on in this dwarven forge. Why are you here? Who has placed you in charge? And why have these fine, gentle dwarves been reduced to such terrible working conditions? We are here to inspect your occupational health and safety."
Did Max become Molly?
Yes.
This giant laughs and just says, "Oh, Ferznika's gonna love this." And he starts
That's right.
striding through
Versnika.
the lava,
Mm-hmm.
and it's time to roll initiative.
Okay, bluster has failed.
We opened combat with the entire group again, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
You didn't claim you were with the Horde or the Red Hand or anything. You claimed you were here to cause trouble.
Yeah.
This time we're gonna blame Chris, right?
Yes, you absolutely can. I froze up. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, 20 froze.
See, I'm not the only one freezing today.
In fairness, I gave you the option for this to be my fault.
Yes. But at some point, a Paladin of Glory has to basically bluster his way in and utterly cock things up because he's trying to do the right thing. It's totally on brand for Maximilian T. Justice.
That's a weird way to say journalist. Are you sure you don't want to call him?
I don't think I realized that Max was Glory, but that makes sense now. I'm playing a Glory Paladin too, and he pulls the same shit.
Aha! See?
All right, I need Stephanie and Lauren to roll in.
Oh, Steph's AFK. Can you roll for her?
Yep. Do you have Karen out, Julius?
No.
Ooh, the cleric.
Oof.
Looks like Lauren is restarting.
Okay, there we go. My push to talk wasn't working. Yes, I'm restarting, and
Okay, so Max screwed up. What happened?
I came in, I tried to bluster, I completely forgot the plan.
Jeez.
I was trying to make them go, wait, what? I was hoping that Seymour was going to try to sneak in afterwards.
well, I'm not
I think
going
he's
like
about
that.
to.
It's 6
Right.
seconds of fucking talking.
Yeah, no, Max came in and demanded who was in charge, and he was here to give what for and basically help the dwarves, and that's all this giant needed to hear. So Molly, you have seen this giant has stepped into the lava and has started striding across with this massive glaive in hand, laughing. What do you want to do?
Ugh. Max, I swear to marks above. 7 healing points to you, and
Oh, no. I am at 56 hit points. That bar is wrong.
oh, so this bar is well. Okay, so cancel that.
I thought I was the only one seeing that.
No, we all see it.
Why?
Because roll 20.
And I am going to cast.
Okay, there we go. I had to like set my hit points again. That's weird.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this guy.
All right, yeah, this burning bronze dwarf rolls a 7. That is a failure. He is engulfed in your
Because-
radiant flame.
Because he's bad, right? These ones that are like bronze are like the bad guys, right?
Azers are
They look-
typically evil.
Yeah, they
Yes,
look like the
okay.
overseers.
All right, and I hate slavers. Burn! And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Seymour, you are on the other side. What does it feel like watching everybody else act like you?
I'm learning some lessons here.
Of what not to do?
No, just how to do it properly. You guys are fucking it up. I'm gonna move up to the door.
You should be able to open it.
I can, but I don't want to open it all the way. I just want to open it a crack.
That's fine, but with the door token, yes, you can. You have enough strength with your gauntlets. You can, just push your way in.
Yep, and I don't want.
Are you trying to do it stealthily?
Yes, I was trying to do it so because I knew there were 2. God damn it, Cash! Stop smashing the keyboard. I knew the other fire giant was there, so I was doing it stealthily. Yes.
All right, give me a stealth check. Yeah, as the door opens, you step inside. What do you want to do?
Yeah. So standing at the door. Yeah. Here's the thing, bud. This is gonna go down poorly. If you don't surrender right now, you are fucked. Your little buddy there, who's crossing it, everybody is fucked. So
what language are you speaking?
I am speaking. Oh, because I'm not I had planned to talk to the dwarves, but now I'm not. I'm hoping they speak Dwarvish,
All right.
but I'm also going to, the best thing you can do right now is surrender, and maybe you'll get pity. We may be small, but we're not to be trifled with. I hope that's a persuasion and not an intimidate. I'm trying to be his friend.
He does not understand the language you are speaking.
Oh, fuck. Can I switch it to intimidate and just be like, slit my throat? Do that, Mark? Like, you're fucked, bud. Run.
Sure, give me an intimidation check with disadvantage. Because you realize sort of partway through he clearly is not understanding you.
Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, I'll totally do the... Oh, not bad.
All right.
15's not bad.
Any more movement, any bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm going to go back outside. So he can't throw anything at me.
I like that you think that.
You'd better be careful, sir, and then you hide.
All right, that takes us to the fire giants.
Super intimidating.
I was more intimidating than you.
He steps out of the running lava, just kind of slops it to the ground and swings at you with his glaive, Max.
All right, he's probably got some staggeringly high to hit.
That is a 20 to hit, which does not hit. You are able to block the first swing. There's a clang that sort of rings out, and you actually get a moment where it kind of turns its head and then grins and just says to you, "Oh, good. This isn't going to be too quick." That is a 25 to hit.
That'll do
for
it.
28 slashing damage.
Wait, where'd I go? Did Cash delete me?
Yeah, your token's gone.
Oh, no, he moved. Oh, he was hitting the arrow keys.
Oh, you're in the lava.
I was way at the bottom. Yeah, he was
That's
hitting the arrow keys. Stop hitting the arrow keys.
So before I try to subtract this 28 damage I just took, Seymour, did we get temporary hit points this morning?
Yes.
You did.
That's 9?
That's 9.
Okay, so I'm only taking 19 off then. Great.
Every morning at 9, you get 9 hit points. It takes 9 minutes plus 1.
Right. Okay, so that's 36, 37. All right.
This guy's going to move to there, rip off a chunk of the wall, and throw it at you, Seymour. You do have a little bit of cover.
The wall?
Yeah. He just ripped a hunk of rock out of the wall.
Man, I hate wallflowers.
That is a 17 to hit, which your
Oh,
AC was
one.
boosted, and with partial cover, cracks off the edge of the door frame, just missing you.
Oh, Seymour grabs his fucking heart and he's hyperventilating. He knows that would have hit him. And he's just like,
Yeah, that little bit of cover and that spell from... Oh, Max, is that a concentration spell?
That's what I was looking up here. God damn it. All right, so I took 19, so it's still a 10, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
You're fine.
Good.
oh, thank God.
Yeah, so the rock smashes off the door jamb in front of you. That
Oh,
takes
I
us to
cower.
Shutter.
Cower like a mouse.
What is Chodup going to do? He is tucked into the corner here in the doorway. He
Sorry,
sees-
I was
It's-
muted. I
Yeah.
am going to drop a fairy fire,
All right.
and that is a DC of 14.
That is an 11, which fails. What color is he glowing?
Purple! And I'm going to duck and cover, because I just saw him grab wall. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30. There we go. I can't see him. Hopefully he can't see me. But I will come back with a shatter next round, guys. But yes, Fairy Fire. He is lit up like a Christmas tree.
I
All
appreciate
right. Maximilian, you have advantage on your attacks.
All right, and I walk up to him and I say, "No, not all that easy." So that's a 21 to hit,
That hits.
and that's a 20 to hit. And
That-
you know what? Yeah. So for the first hit, it's time to blow. I believe it's a 2d10. My smite? No, it's second
2d8.
level. No, second level smite is 3d8. These guys are big. So he gets 19 radiant damage.
Excellent.
And
32 on the first hit.
do I blow a first or a second level smite?
Take him down hard.
You're right. And another 12.
24 on the second one. Yeah, 2 big swings. I mean, you are bypassing his glaive and, striking him in the legs. And there are these, he's kind of laughing until there's these massive radiant bursts. And you hear his chuckling kind of stop. I
All right.
actually felt those.
And that's mildly disconcerting. My shield bash isn't going to do anything against this guy, is it?
Too big.
Yeah, it's a shove. I can...
Same size or smaller, I think?
No, it's
One size
larger,
larger.
smaller.
Oh.
One size, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
he's
gonna-
2 sizes larger.
All right, so that's it. Actually, no,
Julius.
As a
Okay.
bonus action, I am going to give myself a second level spell slot back.
All right.
That is Channel Divinity.
Julius.
See him. And I see him. And my choice was either haste or lightning bolt. And I can't. Actually, no, I can, can't I? I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get
It's only
Here.
100 feet.
here.
Yep. You have a token for it now.
I do. I don't really need it though.
No.
I'm going to lightning bolt both of them.
Nice.
Just some poor decision, guys.
It is. He could have been 15 feet away. Or could you have?
No, not if I want to hit both of them.
Wow, the one in front of you gets a 17. The guy in the back rolls a 3.
Shit, what's my DC? My DC is not 17 yet, for sure. 15.
So he takes 13. This guy in the back, though, who was sort of laughing and chuckling, takes all of it. It's the first damage he's taken, but yeah, he takes a full 27 lightning damage.
It was nice knowing you guys. Okay, I've lost control of my token because I dragged it into a wall. There we go.
Whoops.
That was 15 feet. I'm gonna do another 15 feet.
He will take an attack of opportunity.
He's welcome to.
That is a 17 to hit.
I will shield that.
All right, yeah. You step back as this glaive swings toward you. There's a field of magical energy that you put up in front of you, deflecting it off. You can see that it's like him hitting his funny bone, and he kind of cringes as he does so. That takes us to the Azers.
Sorry, Index never. His initiative didn't go on for whatever reason. He's in
Oh,
now.
he's got the exact same one as you. That's why. I think you rolled it. It recognized you twice.
Oh, okay. That's why I did it. Okay.
So yeah, Index can take his turn.
No, Index is going to go to Seymour to be ready to help him with something.
All right. This guy can dash, can't do anything else. This guy will move right up to Badme.
As a free action response, I hiss in his face.
All right. Yeah, he's got a warhammer that looks like it is glowing red hot. That is a 22 to hit for 6 bludgeoning and 6 fire damage.
Half to 3 because I am a tiefling.
Yep, so total of 9 damage. And it is Badme's turn.
There
So
goes
she
my
has one of
temporary
these
hit points.
Azers in her face.
All right. That slightly changes my plans. Unfortunately, the core concept of more fire does not work in this scenario. All right. So, is there? Wait a minute. Sorry, I want to double check the weight on something because it might mean I use it. Oh yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to take a step to here. And then this is a 90-foot line, I believe. Object flies 90 feet. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so I can't get more than one, or more than those two, potentially. Oh, no. I'm going to change that up. Instead, I'm going to cast this. I'm going to just see if it benefits from being upcast. It does. Okay,
Heat metal.
No, I did not prepare heat metal because I figured we were fighting fire giants. That's a bad idea. So at second level, I am casting Tasha's Caustic Brew, and that didn't give me an option to upcast it. Weird. In a 30-foot line, just barely catches that. I think it's a 30-foot line, yeah.
All right.
If you're
So-
upcasting it, add more d4s.
Well, they take damage on their turn. So it basically doubles the damage. So it's dexterity save to not get covered in acid.
Yeah, the Azer succeeds with a 14.
Whoa,
The giant fails
that is
with
not.
a 10.
No, that is not my spell save. My spell save is 16. That is old.
All right. Oh, yeah, 14 fails anyway.
Okay.
So
One
yeah,
of them
they both
shows
fail.
13. One of them shows 15.
15, yeah.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know why it's showing 15. It's not adding the +1 from my all-purpose tool, but the spell, but the sheet is. So yeah. So they both fail.
Yep.
All right. Cool. And then next up, I am. Okay, sorry. I just need to double check how this is worded. So, bonus action, I tell the homunculus to attack the Azer with a force strike. I forget if it. I know it's a ranged attack, but I forget if it's a ranged spell attack or what here.
Ranged weapon attack.
Well, that's the sheet. It doesn't have the ability to select it as a spell attack if it's a spell attack. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, so... actually, it's going to attack the giant, because it will be a straight roll. Why the hell not? Yeah, that's a miss. Alright.
Yeah, in the book it says ranged weapon attack.
Okay.
Wait, you're attacking the giant?
Yes.
Then it's not a miss.
Yeah, because
Yes,
nope, 26
Nope.
because it is glowing because of fairy fire.
Absolutely.
But he's standing next to an Azer.
Oh, so it's a straight roll, which makes it 11. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's why I said it was a straight roll. That is my turn. I don't want to particularly move or prompt an attack of opportunity. But I am, however, concentrating on a spell.
All right, that takes us to Molly.
I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cast. I need a 40-foot cube.
What are you casting?
I cast slow on both the Azers and the fire giant.
Nice.
And it's people I choose too, so I only want to hit these guys.
That was going to be my question.
You don't really need a cube for that. They're definitely all within 40 feet of each other.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you can get all three of them.
All right.
Go clutch on the giant.
Yep.
Sorry, just casting.
Is it just me, or did that giant just disappear?
Yeah, he jumped up and then went away.
One less giant to deal with.
Yeah,
That's
I'm okay with
canon.
this. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
My spell DC is 15.
I'm just going to have to reload. I don't know what the heck that was.
No, he actually disappeared. I saw the
Yeah, he's
token
gone.
move up and out of frame,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it
he's
just
not-
disappeared.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Interesting. Well, I know how many hit points he had, so that's all right. All right. Wisdom save. Ooh, the Azers both fail pretty badly. On the giant, that is a 12. That is 3 failures.
That's unfortunate.
So they each get -2 to their AC and their dex. Or dexterity saving throws. They can't use reactions. On their turn, they can either use just an action or a bonus action, not both.
And they can't make more than one melee or ranged attack on their turn.
Damn right!
That one's also glowing purple.
And I will duck behind the door. End of my turn.
It's a sane plan. You're the only one.
All right, I'm gonna go back here just so I can show the viewers at home but I'm actually here, like behind the door,
All right.
just so they can see things.
That takes us to Seymour and Index.
Oh, I am really upset because, I always take an immovable rod, and I just realized I don't have an immovable rod on Seymour.
You know who does?
So, I know who does now. You prick. Anyway, all right. So these doors, do they open in or out?
They open inwards.
All right, so they're open in right now. I'm going to send Index off to help the party because there's really not much he can do right now for me. And I'm going to step through the doors. 1 second. So about 15 feet there. I'm going to. Can I close the doors as a free action?
Yep.
Slam the doors shut while looking at the fire giant. I'm gonna crack my neck, hold up my gauntlets of ogre power, crack my knuckles, and be like, make the bring it symbol to him, and then. It's a lot harder to do when there's a baby struggling on your. Stop, buddy. Okay, 1 sec.
Baby.
Seymour is going to hold out his lever from the printing press, and out of it is going to spout reams of paper that start filling a 20-foot circle around the fire giant and table, obscuring all vision.
What spell is this?
Darkness reskinned?
Close. Sorry, I'm just trying to load it up here. Just he keeps he's ready for bed. He's being a bit of a pickle.
He just wants to play. You need to roll cash up a character.
Ooh, Hunger of Hadar.
Oh, the paper cuts. The paper cuts.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The paper cut. So there's like reams of paper all filling the area, and the tentacles are like rolls of paper that wrap around his body and cut him. No, I'm gonna actually cast it more closer to me.
You have control of the token.
Oh, sorry. Okay, 1 sec. Oh, like that, and I still have 15 feet of movement, so I'm going to move. Oh, I can't take a good cover position. So let's get under this bench. This bench is still easy enough for me to get under, right?
Oh yeah, it's giant sized.
That's a nice bench.
Now, am I in the darkness here, or?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what? Fuck it. That's probably, I still know where the edge is. That's gonna keep him busy for a bit. And yeah, Index will fly off to help Max.
All right, give me a dexterity saving throw, please, Seymour.
Oh, right, the tentacles. I forgot that they would hurt me. That's my first time casting it. Can I have a mulligan and not move 5 feet?
Sure.
It's not letting me pick up Seymour. Just give me a second. I'm going to move 5 feet to the left. I'm out of it there, right?
Yep.
Yep, so I'm under the bench. I'm taking cover, and hopefully not in the same place. I'll jump out of the way if he comes charging through. I hope I'll hear it.
All right, so Index heads off to help Max.
Yeah, I'm just double checking his move 40 feet. Okay.
All right. Roll me 2d6.
So Index can get there within 40 feet, so he's going to start buzzing and distracting it and giving the help action to whoever attacks that giant next.
It's glowing. It's on fairy fire.
Yeah, but Chirp could lose concentration.
Yep, let's have two. And sorry, what was that? What did you want me to roll?
2d6.
All right.
Because the giant takes 2d6 cold damage at the start of its turn.
That's only
Did it-
6.
Oh, why didn't it
That's
roll
only
2?
I don't know. You forgot the 2, or
All right.
I
So it
must-
takes
yeah.
7 cold damage.
And it's immune to the acid damage? Or it's past its dexterity saving
It
throw?
takes acid at the end of its turn. If it's
Oh,
still
right.
in the area.
the other one takes acid at the beginning of its turn.
Yep. So he steps out.
Hopefully
Spies you, Seymour.
Oh,
You've
come
got
on.
partial cover. He has a 16 passive perception.
Oh, you fucking
It's difficult
bastard.
terrain.
Ah, you're right. Good catch.
It's what makes it so
20.
damn difficult.
So he can still reach you, Seymour.
Oh, come on. The curve of the sphere is in between us.
15-foot glaive reach. That is a 28 to hit for 21 slashing damage. And a 23 to hit for 24 slashing damage.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Do you
I
not-
thought that was a clever thought to, keep him distracted.
It was.
Do you not also have temporary hit points?
Oh, I do. So sorry, I forgot to do those. So let me do those first. So what was the second damage?
24.
24.
I just put them on my normal hit points at this point. It's easy to forget about them otherwise.
So
Yeah.
14, yeah.
You'd have 6 hit points left.
Jeez.
Roll me 2 concentration checks, please.
7 hit points left. But 2 cons? Okay.
Yep.
I think what, one's 11 and one's 12?
Yep. 10 and
Unless you hit.
12.
Yeah.
Hey!
You're good. Your concentration stays up.
So the other one takes 14 damage at the start of its turn.
Rolls a natural 20 for his dexterity save.
No, it doesn't get a dexterity save. It's covered
I'm
in
still on
acid.
the other fire giant. I'll get to your
okay.
guy in a
Sorry.
second. Yeah, it doesn't take half damage, so he takes no acid damage. This guy takes 14 acid damage. He's starting to look quite a bit worse for wear.
As will Max in a second.
And he just is moving in incredibly slow motion. And for his so he gets 1 action. Action or bonus action. He's going to attempt to grapple you, Max.
Okay. Opposed athletics?
Yep. That is a 24.
Okay, even with the D8, I believe Chirp gives me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
You are grappled, and
Kind of warm.
I believe he can still move.
Uh-huh.
Half movement speed when you have something grappled.
And
The
he's
downside
slowed.
And his speed is halved.
Yep.
So he can move 5 feet. You're still on the edge, Max. He cannot actually bring you into the lava with him. That takes us to Chirrup.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm not muted. Perfect. Okay. So 5, 10, 15. I see him. And we're gonna drop a shatter on him. Where's my shatter? There it is.
can you please just shout at the back half of him where I'm not?
Yes, yes,
Thank
that's
you.
what I'm.
He's big enough.
That's where I'm aiming.
That is a 15.
Aim for the backside.
Ah.
There's already a crack there.
So he takes 9 thunder damage.
And then duck back around. I'm pretty sure that was all of my movement. So I can't remember how far
Alright.
down I was. Yeah, it looks about right. And then that's it for me.
That takes us to Maximilian.
I don't have a good way of getting out of this. I could attempt another athletics check.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, he's too big. He's too big.
I will give you advantage because Index is giving the help action.
Okay. Yeah, this is no fucking bueno, and I do not want to be here. So 22.
Ooh, 22.
Hold on. What's the dice on that inspiration?
D8?
That's a 30.
That beats his 22. You
That's what I
break his grapple.
All right. As a bonus action, this is going to be a little dumb, but as a bonus action, I believe. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's part of an attack, and I've already used an action, haven't I? Like an action to
Yes, it's an action
Yes.
to attempt to break a grapple.
break it. All right. Well,
You just saved yourself, though.
yep. Oh, as a bonus action, I could get athletics on strength athletics, and so I could have done that regardless. And yeah, okay, so whatever. But that's fine. That's good. I'm gonna have to remember that. I have
How many channel divinities do you have? Because you've already used one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have none of that. Never mind. And I can't use anything else on a bonus action other than a shield bash, which doesn't really help me here. The channel divinity was a bonus action. Yeah, that's it. So I could attempt to move back.
He doesn't get reactions.
Well, then guess what? I'm moving back. Because to hell with this.
No.
I'll come back for you, bud.
Yep, you move next to the Azer. It feels warm behind you as he is breathed in flame. That takes us to Julius, and Badme will be coming up.
We're used to being near somebody wreathed in flame because we're always next to Badme.
Yes.
I'm gonna move around the corner again. I no longer see that other fire giant, do I?
No, there is a wall in the way now. From where you are, if you moved further, you think you might get a view of him. Yeah, you can see him now.
Here's my next question. Can I angle up enough to hit him and not see more, since he's presumably like 30 feet tall?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to hit both of the giants with a second lightning bolt.
All right.
You know, sometimes control and fancy strategies is a great idea, and then sometimes you just want to throw lightning bolts at giants.
That is a 15 and a 13. I believe both of those fail.
15 succeeds.
Oh, 15 succeeds.
Wait, hang on.
All right.
So the first one, did he get a 15?
Yes.
He has disadvantage from slow, I believe.
Yes, he rolled 2 15s.
Oh,
No,
my God.
he gets a -2.
What? Oh,
Oh, then that's even better. Then it's a 13.
Yeah.
that's another
unfortunate.
33 lightning damage each.
Yep. Excellent. Yeah, this guy is looking like he's on death's door.
All right. I'm going to stay where I am and be ready to take this hit.
He's got no reactions.
I know.
Okay. That takes us to the Azer. All right, so evens, he'll go after Julius. Odds, he'll go after Max.
Do you want me to roll new damage for the other one?
Yep. Nice. 17 damage. He's looking really badly hurt, too. He is going to... Yeah, after taking 17 damage, he's just going to use his action to wipe the acid off. This guy steps forward and very slowly swings his warhammer at Max. That is a 21, which bounces harmlessly off your armor.
I casually step aside.
Yeah, and that takes us to Badme.
All right.
This guy's badly hurt in front of you. This giant is very badly injured. This guy's looking hurt.
Okay, then. Well, first off, I am going to... Yeah, how do I want to do this? Okay, I am going to move up to here, target the giant nearest to me with Ray of Frost. Oh, yeah!
Jesus goddamn Christ.
Nice.
Yeah, you spray him with ice, and as he is slowed, he just topples over into the lava, and his body starts sinking but drifting out of the citadel.
Hopefully he did not have something good on him. And then, bonus action, I'm going to check to see exactly how far Frankie can move. Ooh, fly speed of 30 feet. How high are the ceilings here?
Giants are standing under them.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, it's just big.
Okay,
The doors are 20 feet tall, so yeah, they don't mention how high the roof is, but it's quite high.
Yeah, okay, I guess I can drop concentration as well, considering the one guy left brushed it off. And then he will target the one that was covered in acid. Oh yeah, he hits. That was my bonus action, basically, to tell him to do that. I moved, 10 feet? So I want to move another 15 over to here.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Perfect. Top of the round, Molly.
Okay, I will pop out. Max, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, aside from the fact that I just closed Roll20. That thing that exists in game.
He's at 37 hit points.
Yes, which normally is just fine when fighting fire giants.
All right, I
Except
will.
for I'm not the person you need to heal.
Who do I need to heal?
The one weaseling under tables trying to get away from fire giants.
I'm not sure
Max!
Molly has any idea what's going on with
has
Seymour
no
over
idea.
here.
She has
I
no
don't think you
idea.
can see him because there's a wall here.
All right, I guess I'm just gonna heal Max and be like, Seymour, where the hell are you?
He cannot hear you over the cacophony of the fight and the forges.
Has anyone seen Seymour? Oh, he's gonna faint with all this heat, and then I'm gonna Sacred Flame one of the Azir.
Ooh, good backstory reference. Suddenly Seymour.
3.
But he's not standing beside you.
That is a 16, even with the -2, so that succeeds. He very slowly steps out of the way. Seymour.
All right, so first, Lauren gets inspiration for, knowing the reference to my favorite movie. And then, so this guy's got a 15 fucking foot glaive, right?
Yep.
So I am within, if I move, attack of opportunity.
Killing
Yes.
distance.
Unless
yeah.
you disengage.
Yep. All right. So they still need time to get over to me. So I'm gonna yell at Index to come and be ready to pick me up. And I am going to. What role would it be to try and anger this giant more? Performance?
If you want to try and anger him more, I would say you can try and give me an intimidation if you want to try and mock him and make fun of him.
Yeah, oh, it's the same as performance anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to keep him focused on me while they can get over to help me. So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Your mother was a couch, and I'm gonna disengage. Let's see, 5.
An
10.
intimidation check would be your action.
Oh shit.
You want to
You're right.
disengage or you want to do the intimidation?
Okay, no, I'm just gonna flip him off and jump into the fucking.
All
Oh,
right,
I
give
take
me a
damage
dexterity
from that.
saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Unless you want
Either
to
way.
drop your spell.
Actually, that's the only thing I can do. Drop the spell, hide as far under the table as I can. Done.
All right.
He's
You
got to
can,
flip
you can
the
drop
table
the
to
spell
get
as a
me.
free action.
Yep, so I'll drop it and then dive under the table and try and keep the big ass table between me and the giant. I know he can flip it, but that should be an action to flip a fucking table. So hopefully that'll save me for another round. And then Index is going to be still invisible on his way over.
That takes us to the giant.
And he'll double move.
He really can just lean down and stab you with his glaive under the table.
There's table legs in the way. Come on. How could you stab a midget under
You're
a table?
here. You
Would
just
he not
kneel
be
down.
prone?
No, he'd bend over. I mean, this is a giant-sized table, so I can bend over and stab at something under a table without going prone.
I call shenanigans.
You cause enough shenanigans.
That is fair, but that is not. I am not on trial
I'll give him
here.
disadvantage. That is a 20 to hit for 20 slashing damage.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
And the benefit is we can all see this happening, so.
Yes.
Chirp can't.
Well,
Chirrup is actually watching the purple glowing body of the giant drift lazily down the lava river.
and just thinking, oh man, he probably had so much stuff on him, but he's under lava now.
No, he starts singing a little bit louder, but he's still singing the same song that only Max can understand.
That is a 28 to hit for 2 failed death saving throws.
That's mean.
Sorry, that was on me?
That's on you. That takes us to Chirrup.
Yeah, so Chirp is just like, kill the giants, kill the giants, kill the giants, kill them dead. But only Max can hear this because he's singing in Orin. Then he's going to step around, if I actually can select.
Seymour's unconscious. He no longer has the spell, so he has no idea what you're saying.
Oh no, I know precisely what he's saying.
Oh, also, oh wait, no,
concentration?
he
I
uses
didn't realize
double
that.
move. Never mind.
All right, never mind.
Yeah,
My bad.
Definitely concentration.
Sad face, because this is going to be awesome. Because I was going. Where is the giant? I can obviously hear the giant, but I can't. I don't think I'd be able to see him He's on the other side of the lava, right? Like over here somewhere.
Over here.
Yeah, because there's a wall blocking your view currently.
Right, hang on. I'm just going to just so I know where he is, because yeah, okay, yeah, definitely can't see him. So I can only see the Azers. So they're looking hurt. The Azers, yeah, or was it the Giants that were hurt?
One to the left of Max is looking very hurt. The other one has taken no damage yet.
Okay. Do I want to save my spell slots? Yes, I do. Because there is another
That
giant.
doesn't
I know
sound
there's
like
another
cheer up
giant.
to me.
Well, it's like I want to save my spell slots for the big boys, and I know there is another giant because I can hear him, but I can't see him. So we're just going to do the crossbow on the hurt one, the hurt Azer.
12 just ping.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to duck back behind the wall a little bit more here. There.
All right. You going to drop your spell?
The fairy fire?
Yeah, the guy's dead.
It's concentration?
Yes.
How did I not know this? Yes, I will drop fairy fire.
All right. Maximilian, you have 2 slowed Azers around you.
All right. Max will look across at this and go, "Seymour's down," and he points it over. So he yells at everyone, so everyone knows. And I'm not sure if anybody can do anything about that. Is Index flying around anywhere near me?
Not that you
can't
can
see
see.
Index.
He's invisible. You heard him when you were grappling or being grappled, but you no longer hear him. I will say that.
Right. Okay. Because I couldn't just like hand a potion to Index and just have Index fly off with it.
You can wave it around the air. Doesn't seem to be around you.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, then I'm a stab and Azer to the left of me.
Nope.
Azer to the right.
Does not hit.
All right. I'm a stab and Azer to the left of me.
Does not hit. Their bodies are basically made of brass, and your sword just sparks off it twice.
I am trying.
Brass
to
doesn't
find...
spark, though.
His sword does.
I'm
That's
trying
not how
to
that works.
I'm trying to find a seam. No, we're using movie. We're using movie metallurgy here. When they pour their swords, it's a slow trickle that just goes along a mold for some reason.
It also sounds like a gunshot for some reason whenever Max swings his sword.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, whatever. People like they're sparking off of stone for whatever reason. Yeah, it's really weird. I draw it and it goes shing.
All right. Any movement or bonus actions, Max?
Bonus action.
You could shove one of these guys.
I could have done this ahead of time. Yeah, I will shove the guy to the left of me with an athletics check.
Yeah, he rolls a 9. He is prone.
Could have done this ahead of time, and I would have hit him twice, but oh well. I should remember this.
All right, that takes us to Julius.
I cannot make it to Seymour.
Can you send your owl in?
It's a whole action to summon the owl.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just like I can reach him in a round, right? But then I'm just standing over his body
With an angry giant in front of you.
with an angry giant. And that might be what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do, isn't it? I think it is.
Can you escape afterwards?
I can take 2 good hits.
That's not escape.
I can take 2 good hits.
I'm liking this plan less.
But that's it. How hurt is this asshole? I've hit him a couple of times.
Not quite bloodied. You're the only one who's hit him. Andy took a little cold damage.
Yeah, I was hoping that was more cold damage.
It was 7.
Tasha's hideous laughter can't reach him. I can't reach him with the Thayer's Mischief either, I don't think. If I go to here... No, I can't reach him with that. Well... No, I can't reach him with that. I got nothing to help
Brendan, it's
him with.
okay. Don't worry about Seymour.
Index will
I-
be able to heal him.
Well,
Mm.
no, there's a well. If I roll, I go first. I said that, so if I fail the death saving throw, I'm done. But there's a good chance I'll survive.
I'm going to move... here and just give the health action on this guy because I don't have a good non-spell slot using thing to deal with them.
Did you
All
just
right.
slap the guy in the back of the head?
No, I hit him with my my walking staff. Wait, no, you know what? I do have one. I have a thing I can do. Julius pulls out a wand.
Is it a wand of distance healing?
Wand of
Nope.
Smiles.
Magic missile.
I'm going to cast a 7th level magic missiles
Woohoo.
Oh yeah.
What?
at this guy.
All right.
This is
How do you want me to roll the damage?
Does this burn the wand out completely?
I can. I have a 1 in 20 chance of losing the wand.
But it could be worth it.
Yes.
Um,
Do you like the one damage roll, or do you like the 9 damage rolls?
up to you.
All right. Or no, 9, not 7. $34 damage to him.
Does that include the +9? Yep. Oof. Yeah. So all of these magical darts explode off of him. He is now sort of confused and has these black bruises where these forced bolts have impacted him.
And then Julius is going to point at him and say, "If you do not stand down, you're getting another lightning bolt in your ass."
What language are you speaking?
Oh, fucking common.
All right. Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
You're not sure he could
No, no.
hear you speaking a normal tone of voice?
Sonic. But
All
also,
right.
yes, it's very loud.
Is Julius capable of speaking loudly?
Only to Seymour.
This is the first time I think any of you have heard Julius swear.
Actually,
I
yeah.
didn't hear it. That never happened.
Maximilian just kind of like arches an eyebrow, like, really? Emotions?
Roll me a d20, please, Brendan.
17.
Your wand is not destroyed.
Thank God.
That takes us to the Azers. This guy uses almost all of his movement to slowly struggle to his feet. And then they will both swing very slowly on Maximilian. One gets a 24 to hit for 9 bludgeoning and 5 fire damage. The other one with an 18 just glances harmlessly off your shoulder.
Okay.
Takes us to Badme.
All right. Yeah, I can't really help Seymour all that much. Okay. Actually, I might be able to. Let's see here. From where I am, do I see any sort of rubble in this area here?
No, this area is fairly clean and well kept. I would say closer to you where the forges are, you might find broken pieces of ore. On the far side, though, it's more an eating area.
Okay, this actually works. Barely. Okay, so I want to just double check how this works.
Gonna catapult some hot ore.
Is there something that looks approximately 10 pounds worth?
Oh, easily enough. I'd even say you could, like the hammer, the forge hammer that the dwarf has in their hand, you could just whip out of their hand as well.
It has to be an object that no one is carrying.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them.
Okay, so one of the ones that he was using. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dexterity saving throw from the giant.
That is a natural 1 for a 4 total.
So he takes 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
How's he looking?
He's starting to look pretty hurt.
And I don't even try and voice anything. I just sort of glare at him and make a fairly rude gesture in infernal circles. And then bonus action, I tell Frankie, once I get the right tool, to travel 30 feet to here-ish, and along the way, 30 feet away, cool. And then Frankie's also going to launch an attack on the damaged Azer. Oh yeah, not a lot of damage, but yeah.
Definitely hits.
That is... No, I'm going to also move closer to the lava as a provocative measure. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm going to do it. That is my turn.
All right. Top of the round, that takes us to Molly.
I'm going to pop out and go, Seymour? Seymour!
I already
You
pointed
yell
out.
and get no response.
Yeah, I pointed out that he's dead, and I pointed over there. You can see him under the table if you move up,
Okay.
but you probably can't reach him with anything.
Shit, I can't reach him with anything.
Nope.
Oh, God! Oh, Mark, Seymour! But... Shit. Alright, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame, one of those ones I have slowed.
Ideally, this guy.
Whichever one Max pointed out.
This guy. God.
That guy.
Having the
Yep.
ruler on, you can't ping.
Sorry, I have the
That is a 3. And he explodes in a burst of radiant light.
I duck.
Okay. And I will move forward. God, 85 feet. Ah! And that's the end of my turn. No one else is really injured or whatever. Max, you're still good, right?
28 out of 58 is about half, but whatever, it's fine.
Okay, healing word to you then.
Ooh.
That is a success.
Yeah, that was close. Yeah, so, and then Index comes in, and hopefully the giant doesn't notice Index stabilizing Seymour. And I will take another point off of the healing kit.
If he dies, his mother's ghost is gonna haunt me, and I don't want to deal with it.
Index, roll me a... no. This giant is going to grab a chunk out of the wall and turn and hurl it at Badme. That, with disadvantage, is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
35 bludgeoning damage.
God damn.
I will use my reaction to throw my arcane ward in the way.
How far can you throw it?
Just a bad May, right?
Yep, so 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, that's 30 feet.
All right.
So you take 15 less, and my ward is gone.
All right, so you take 20 bludgeoning damage total.
Okay.
You're at 25.
Just add 16 to your hit points. Because I prevented 16 damage.
I'm at 25 hit points.
That. You see him start to disappear down the stairs.
Actually, he just walks out of our line of sight.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
So that
probably-
takes us to Churup.
Gonna move forward. I see that guy still up. And how hard is he looking again?
Uninjured.
Worse? Uninjured. Ugh. I don't want to waste a shatter on him.
Do you have any single target spells? First level
No.
spell?
Hang on.
Not heat metal.
You have a repeating crossbow.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't do so well with that last time, so I was hoping to. But yeah, alright, Creed. There we go.
That hits.
And I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. Just kind of scamper to the other side of the door so I can. Because I know there's shenanigans going on over here. I want to be able to kind of see the shenanigans. So that's it for me.
Maximilian.
I've noticed something, Patrick. There were 2 dwarves against this door up here.
Were there?
There were.
Oh,
They
dear.
look different, and now they're no longer there. I've noticed that. Just to put you on notice that I'm noticing these things. All right, so bonus action. I will utterly whiff my,
Maybe.
My shield bash. We'll find out.
Yep, with a 12, he remains standing.
All right, well, slow and steady.
And you take...
It's not an attack.
Doesn't matter, you touch him. You take 8 fire damage. Yeah, a creature that touches the Azar or hits it with a melee attack.
That is unfortunate. Okay, well, I'm not going to hit it with melee attack. I'm going to hit it with a breath weapon. Because to hell with that. Eat 12 lightning. Maybe.
It eats 12 lightning with an 8.
Excellent. I have one more attack left. How's he looking?
Not quite bloodied.
I'm going to have to make this
He's
worth it.
taken 1 crossbow bolt in your breath weapon.
I'm going to have to make this worth it. Let me cross off breath weapon use here. Okay, this is going to hurt. So that, and I'm going to add in 2d8 for a smite. First level.
14. All right. Still standing, but very badly hurt as you basically pierce through his bronze body and blast him full of radiant energy. You take 2 fire damage.
Yeah. Azers, man. Okay. So that was bonus. That was 2 attacks. That's it.
All right. Julius.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go after this gentleman.
With your melee powers?
Does a 4 hit?
A 4 does not hit.
Well, it's that or Firebolt. Which I feel might be ineffective.
Time to diversify.
I did diversify, and then I blew all 7 charges on one enemy.
And as he noted, he has Lightning Bolt instead of Fireball, which is very good for this.
Extremely, yes.
Yeah, you come up, and even though he's moving incredibly slowly, Julius, you just barely tap him on the back, and it's like, dunk, and his head very slowly begins to turn around towards you.
You know who doesn't have a reaction? That gentleman.
Yeah, you're gone before his head even finishes turning around.
What? I don't see anyone there. What are you talking about? What are you looking at?
Like when somebody pokes you on one shoulder while on the other side of you.
Wow, that's a 23 to smack Max with his two-handed Warhammer for 7 bludgeoning and 5 fire damage.
Wow.
No tricks. But you don't understand because he's speaking Ignan.
Right.
But Meg.
Man,
All right, we're just going to do.
Oh, does he get a save at the end of his turn?
she says no.
Uh,
She doesn't know. Double check.
Makes
Hello?
another wisdom save at
No.
the end of each of their turns. Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
time to rewind all of this
All right, let's take this back to round 2.
recording.
That's a 6 and a 2. He failed anyway.
Does 11 kill him?
Sure does.
Cool. I will tell Frankie to dash over and does Frankie speak? No, just understands languages I speak. Damn. It will signal if it sees the giant. I assume it does see it, or did it actually go down the stairs?
It's going down the stairs, but yeah, it can basically see its head and shoulders at this point, and that's about it.
Yeah. But I told it to dash, so that is it for my turn.
All right. With that, for the moment, you are seemingly out of combat. You can see that Seymour is prone on the table or under the table across the way.
But covered in bandages.
Under the table is usually where Seymour ends up.
Out of initiative, I'm going to quickly regain a spell slot.
All right.
And as that happens, a few of the dwarves that have been kind of cowering or, backing up, 1 or 2 cautiously step forward and in Dwarvish look around and say, there's more downstairs. And Blaze and Strike and Ferrisnika are still around, and there's at least a couple more of the giants and the Azers.
I didn't understand a word of that, did I?
Not unless you speak Dwarvish.
Who here does speak Dwarvish? Because not me.
The guy unconscious under the table does.
I asked him, do you speak common?
He shakes his head. Another dwarf steps forward and goes, I speak a little common.
Dang it, I was hoping for
Like how they
straight.
went
Basically,
from
I'm going to run
Russian
as
to
close to him
Scottish.
as possible and heal him.
Hey, the guy who spoke common that he talked to was Russian. How about that?
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Russian dwarves. Why do all dwarves need to be Angus McDougal? because Angus McDougal is awesome, and we all know it. Anyways,
Where do you think Augustus got his accent from? It wasn't from the Centaurs.
But Augustus was French.
Yeah, it came from the dwarves.
from the French dwarves? Yes. Okay.
He says there's more downstairs, more giants and creatures.
More giants.
Gerdas and the leader Feresnika.
Okay. Are these guys chained to their stations?
They are not.
Okay, they're just like cowed, like they've just been pressed into service and
Yes.
are afraid to run. Okay. And I say, okay, now is your chance to escape. The other two holds for now are okay. Get as much gear as you can and get ready to leave this place.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
All right, persuasion check. 7.
I'll say with advantage since you just
Yeah.
literally killed one of the giants in front of them. You see a couple of them still kind of shake their head, and one of them steps forward and speaks quickly in Dwarvish, and the one in common, you can see they have a stare down at each other for a second, and then he will turn back and say, in Kobold Lair, Kuprumzel, Bronze Dragon, was born. The kobolds used to be pests, but they are beholden to Kuprumzel. They feed us mushroom food and occasional weapon. We are the circle, cabal of the scale. We are trying to help revolt, but we must dig out Dragon first.
Okay, this is good. And wait, Cabal of the Scale. I speak to him in Dragonborn. Do you understand Dragonborn? Or sorry, Draconic Dragonborn.
He shakes his head and says, kobolds will. And then he will turn and sort of point to this door over there, and he will say, Gerdus's men is supply room. And
Right.
we'll point beyond that and say, elevator to mine. Braun Anvil operates. Giants downstairs.
All right, Braun Anvil is his name. That's the name of the person who operates the mine.
The elevator. Which is hilarious because I had a character that had the last name Braun Anvil.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Well, first things first. I'm gonna point to that big giant wheel up in the lava, and I say, "Can I use that to get across the lava?"
And he will say, giants too big to fit in the mine. So Azer's escort in mine.
Right.
Giants occasionally shrink, but rarely.
Right, but I need to get to the other side of this river of lava. You see my friend over there who's injured? I need to get to him. How do you normally get to that side?
He points to the large spinning machinery in the center.
All right, so I'm going to drink a potion of healing.
I will say also at this point, you start to hear a loud clang, cling,
Ah,
cling
crap.
come from the far side.
Okay, they're coming. Should we get over there, or should we stay on this side of the lava? Or this side of the lava?
Julius is gonna. I can't carry Seymour, can I?
Not with those noodle arms.
Fairness, Seymour is noodly himself.
Noodly, you have no fat on you.
Yeah,
They're all
I'm all starch.
Ugh.
Hold on a second. Let me check the party loot real quick. Do we have any potions of healing in the?
I have a
party
potion healing
loot?
on me,
Okay. I say.
and I can get to him, but then actually, if I can get to him, we can just walk back. I'm gonna.
I will say Index at this point would probably know enough to come get a potion of healing, wouldn't he?
Yes, he's smart enough. Seymour is.
Does Seymour have any potions of
Stabilized.
healing on him?
I think I'm out. Let me double check.
I hold one up across the lava.
I could give someone a small fly speed.
Well, if Index can do it, then that's all we need.
No, I'm out of potion of healing.
All right. Yeah, I would say you Index would presumably turn visible for this, but yeah, he'll show up in front of you and grab the potion of healing and race
Oh,
it back
yeah,
to
when
Seymour.
Index is still intelligent, so when it's clear and the fighting stopped, he goes visible and will come pick up a potion.
All right, and Max, you head over to basically this massive lava mill in the center. It's a massive adamantine structure which is slowly turning as the lava courses past it. It's held upright by a pair of metallic jaws, and around the base above the turbine are 4 arms. So give me a dexterity check as you hop on, please.
Okay. Do I feel like? Yeah. Well, let's see your dexterity. Oh God, here we go.
Wait, why is anybody except Seymour getting on this?
Because they're coming up on the stairs on the other side. As I drink the potion and look and see.
Max healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good heal. But
Okay.
where is everybody? Should I distract him? Guys? Where is everyone?
Over here, Seymour! Seymour, what are you doing? Get over there! You're too weak to be alone!
I mean, that's probably fair.
All right, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the dex check now. 4. How much lava damage do I take?
I believe it's incineration.
Nope. All right. Nobody offers inspiration. You take 60
Oh my
lava
God.
damage.
I don't have it anymore because I gave it to fucking Seymour.
He didn't use it.
Oh,
He rolled a 10. He didn't use the inspiration.
I didn't realize. If I'm unconscious, if I'm conscious now, then yes, I would have spent that. Sorry. I did not. I forgot.
Okay, so
Hopefully, reroll.
I'll.
Yep, re-roll. Gave you guys a long time for that. Oh my god!
No. I am going to cash in my own inspiration on this.
Yep.
'Cause I still have it.
You need to beat a 5.
God fucking damn it! All right.
Yeah, you get on and it circles you around. Give me one more dexterity check to
Oh my
step
God.
off.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 5.
Dude, I've got a 0. 9.
There you go.
Yeah, you manage to, after stumbling a couple of times, and you manage to step on, circle around, and you hop off on a jetty on the far side.
Okay. I get my feet and I go, oh my God. Torm, please never let that happen to me again. Then I look over here. I notice this guy. What's my read on him?
He clearly another one of the slave dwarfs.
Okay. I'm going to.
Yeah, all of the slave dwarfs I've used the same token for.
Yeah. Okay.
And so as you move around into this area, you can see that there are a few dwarves that are still, operating a pair of elevators in the far corner of the room, and you can see that there is also, pair of double doors here leading to where Seymour is. There is also a smaller door here with a large lock, heavy iron padlock on it.
Okay. As I enter this and I see these dwarves operating the elevators, I hold up my hands and I'm like, Bronaville? Bronanville?
Oh, they point you to the other side.
Other side, okay.
Northwest.
Yeah.
And at that point, another giant has stomped up the stairs from below, and it is time to roll initiative.
All by myself.
You had so long to try and get on the side of the river.
Yes, I'm trying to get to his side of the river so I can...
Well, no, he could have just come over here. We're all over here.
I was dead.
But you weren't for a very long time.
Max was almost dead too.
I was very almost dead. 60 damage. What is that? That is 10d10 damage.
Yep, and that's the start of every turn afterwards.
Also, I just closed my character sheet. Why?
And Max, you hear coming up the stairs.
Oh, God.
The Azer that was working in this area.
Azers.
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 And behind them, a flame-haired dwarf.
This
Bright red hair.
And I'm all by myself here, aren't I? Don't split the party, Chris. Don't split the party.
First up to act is Index.
All right, this is a kind of fucked up situation. So, Index is going to go straight towards, let me just double check the distance. And Index is still invisible, and
Nope, he turned visible to get the potion from Julius.
Picking up an object does not make you turn visible.
No, it
Only
doesn't
attacking.
make him. Doesn't make him, but he
Only
did so to get
attacking
Julius. I know. I'm saying he would have given up. He gave up his invisibility so Julius could hand him a potion. If he can turn invisible in the meantime again, he would have done so. So that could
Okay.
happen still.
Yes, yeah, there was enough time he would have turned back invisible.
Okay.
And he's going to. It's the help action, but he's really trying to screen and do as much distraction as he can to keep it away from Seymour so Seymour can run off.
All right. That takes us to Maximilian.
All right, so I see these guys coming up the stairs. These guys look like they mean business. Max realizes he's kind of in trouble here, so he is going to do a very untypically Max-like thing, and he is going to back away so that these guys can't easily hit him with ranged weapons.
Okay.
And I am going to, as an action...
Yeah, I will say, coming up the stairs, they both appear to just have hammers, but yeah, the female dwarf's hammer appears to be quite special.
Yeah, sounds pretty special, and I would love it. But actually, before I do that, I just want to get a read on the situation here. Huh. Terrible ideas occur to me. These guys are in a straight line, right? Okay, dice roll, I need you to go away. No, I'm gonna hit one of the slave dwarfs if I do that. I was here. I'm still gonna hit one of the slave dwarves. My javelin of lightning bolts is not gonna save me here. No. Okay. So I'm gonna back up.
If you moved around the corner to here, you'd have a clear shot at both of them.
You're right. I wanted to back up to heal first. But these guys are in a line. All right. Here we go. I miss her, but I do 11 lightning damage to both of them on a dexterity save of 13.
That is a 12 and a 17. So the Azer actually steps out of the way, and the dwarf in back takes the full impact of the lightning. Does he take half damage?
Yes.
All right, so he takes 5.
9. God. And yeah, I stepped forward, so now I'm going to step back. And
All right.
15, 20. Yeah, I'm going to step back that far.
All right. That takes us to Churup.
All right, I'm still not seeing anything. Not really. But I hear stuff happening. So 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm gonna start making my way over here. Oh, now I see shenanigans.
Yeah, you see a fire giant in black plate armor with a massive greatsword on his shoulder, clambering up the stairs.
Let me try what I did last time. So I'm going to drop a fairy fire, and I'm going to try and get both of these dudes in it. Because I can kind of see this guy. I can see a little bit of him. Really, like that much. Oh, crap. Am I too far away for fairy fire? What's the range on that? 60 feet. Crap. And my shatter is 60 feet. Okay, so I can't do that this round. So this round is basically going to be spent dashing then, unfortunately.
You do see, yep, there's a door up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then this pair of double doors that is behind you.
Well, I'm assuming we're going to try and get over to that side to help Max. And the dwarves have been using the wheelie thing to get back and forth, right?
It's the only way across.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to make it over, but I can basically make it right to there with my dash. So there.
All right.
So I can try and scamper over as needed, and worst case scenario, as they move into the room, they'll be in range for me next round. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Max, roll me a d20, please.
12.
You see this dwarf charge forward with the crank handle of this elevator, and you can hear the elevator start to sort of plummet. But he runs and is going to attempt to push that Azer down the stairs.
Oh, onto the other dwarf. That's unfortunate.
Yep. And does manage to do so with a shockingly good roll of 18. So that is going to be... Yeah, with a 3, he goes down, she goes tumbling down the stairs after him.
Oh, shit.
That is now her turn. Yeah, she can only stand up and get part of the way back up the stairs. That takes us to Seymour.
All right.
Told you, some of the dwarves will fight.
Yeah, they're still coming up. Index is there. Can I see Frankie there? Probably not because of the table.
He's above you, yeah.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, 30. I'm thinking of my last character who had more.
Now, you were prone, so you've got to use half your movement to stand up.
I wasn't prone, I was under a table.
You were
unconscious prone.
Oh, if the fucking giant didn't have to go prone, I'm not prone. Anyway, 5, 10, 15.
You
First
nearly
movement.
died standing on your feet?
Absolutely, I am a hero. So that's the 15 feet for the stand up. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Wait, it was at
That's
least
it.
a minute. He didn't stand up in that entire time? Before the giant showed up again.
Yeah, fair enough. All right,
I mean,
you stood up. Yeah.
It was kind of... See, I would have run if I thought... I didn't really realize we were out of initiative and I could have run. I was still figuring we were recovering, but yeah. But, okay, so then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then double move 5, 10, 15, 20,
That is
25,
a very
30.
narrow ledge you are trying to run across. Give me a dexterity check.
It's 5 feet wide.
No, the tile's 5 feet wide and half of it is cliff.
Check or save?
Check. Yeah,
But if it's
you tiptoe along it. It is not safe, but you are able to remain along the edge.
I thought this was how I got to the fucking thing, is it not?
It's the other side.
Oh, motherfucker.
That's why Seymour ended up, or that's why Max ended up on the other side instead of this side.
I wouldn't have known. How could I have known?
No,
This is
you couldn't
exactly
have.
where I would have went.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
can
attempt
I-
to leap on when as an action next time.
Do I think that I can get under this wall?
No.
Well, if I'm on this, can I get under this wall?
Yes. That's why
Okay,
it is. You have to step onto that, which is
That's
it's a DC
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's worth it. But if it was no way, like it was, one of those Japanese game shows with all the moving parts, I'd be fucked. Okay, I'm okay with where I am. I'm done.
Okay. Fire giants. Evens, he's going to ignore it. Odds, he's not. Odds, he's not. He's going to take a swing at this invisible thing that is flying in front of him. That is a 17 to hit. His armor class is 13. That is 36 slashing damage. Index is gone.
Are you sure he's resist or he's immune to the fire? Are you sure he doesn't survive?
It's not fire, it's just slashing damage.
I know.
You tried.
He's going to go after Frankie. That is a 29 to hit for 27 slashing damage.
Let me just double check. Yeah.
This
Goodness
guy's
is,
gonna
I can remake him for free.
Yeah, this guy's going to step forward, look over, see Badme and Julius. So, evens Julius, odds Badme, because you both spanked him with nasty stuff.
Wizards in the back. Wizards in the back.
I was in the back.
Yes, I note the past tense.
That is a 16 to hit, which does not hit. The rock impacts just in front of you, Badme.
I deflect the lava with my shield.
Yeah. This guy has to stand. He can only get to there. Julius.
How kind of you to line yourselves up once more.
They're really just trying to do you a favor.
Right?
Yes.
I think I can, somewhere around here, I can hit both of them, correct? Like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna use my third level spell slot on Lightning Bolt.
Isn't that 4?
That is, no, I did 2 Lightning Bolts earlier. I have a third one, and then I have a 4th spell slot as a result of the ring. So I've got one more after this.
Nice.
All right. That is a 23 critical save on the guy in the front. That is a failure on the guy in the back. Ooh.
The guy in the back is hurt, correct?
The guy in the back is really badly hurt. He is on death's door at this point.
Is that before or after the Lightning Bolt?
After the lightning bolt.
But also before.
And that, Julius is going to move back this way. Are these up? Are these cover? Or could they be covered?
No, they're only slightly raised platforms. They're, if you really ducked down behind them, you could get partial cover, but not full cover.
That's okay for me. Julius is good where he is.
What's Molly doing down here?
Oh, she's
14 all of a
baby.
sudden.
She's,
No, but her initiative wasn't 14.
Actually, it was. Then she rolled a second time.
Then she rolled a
she
5.
was 14. She didn't select her character, she said.
Okay, well, that's not too bad. That's just Julius. All right.
Oh, it's Julius.
Well, it took his turn, so yeah, we'll go back to Molly.
Except you're AFK.
If she can see someone, she'll Sacred Flame. I don't think she can run up anywhere unless she runs up to the contraption, right?
She's out of range for Sacred Flame.
Oh, what's moon dancer, moon something?
Moonbeam?
Moonbeam, I don't think she has that because
Oh,
that's
different character.
That's her other
Yeah.
card.
I don't know. I think she always has it.
No,
It's pretty fair that she's either usually a half elf and has moonbeam. Those are two things that you can guarantee.
You can just hear the protests in the background.
Yep.
You will down.
Yeah, there goes.
I am feeding your child a bunch of puffs and pears, spinach, and chickpeas.
So did you hear all that?
Yes.
Nope.
Something about chickpeas.
Anyway, if she can't, she's gonna ready action to heal anyone in range. Oh wait, 1 second. She's on. I can't control her, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If she moves up to here, is she within? Oh, I think she's in healing word range.
Upcast.
She says I've cast it because she loves me.
I didn't hear that last part.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
All right.
What level? What level?
She says 2. Oh, I'm only worth level 2. Oh my god.
Yo, her third level spells are slow, which is amazing.
You heal for 10.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That takes us to Badme. Oh, by the
Alright.
way, Index got Ian.
Oh, he got? Okay. Oh, I can't afford to pay for mine and Julius's
Index
things
did
anymore.
not get got. Index got deleted.
So
Like,
did
you're gonna
Frankie.
resummon them and it's a different imp.
Alright, shit. I forget what the range is on my thing. Not even close enough. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action launch a healing word at Seymour because he could use it.
Thank you.
Do you love him more than second level?
I only have first level slots right now.
It still counts the same.
Yeah, but that's a low roll for me. And then action, I'm going to hold my action to cast Ray of Frost when a enemy gets within range.
All right. And with that, we are at the top of the round, and that is where we will end for the night.
Our party horribly
No.
and facing a whole
I-
shitload of angry giants.
I have never cast my highest level spell so many times in a row.
And you're gonna do it again next round.
Oh, yeah.
I would like it to be known that this failure of the Red Hand of Doom was not caused by my character.
I don't think we failed yet.
Not yet, but close.
Well,
Just
I'm-
putting that out there.
Well, I'm facing down the boss, and
Oh.
also Max has just seen something
We don't know
very
if that's the
heroic.
boss.
No, I'm looking at the boss.
You're looking at the
You're
dwarf
looking at-
boss, not the
Dwarf boss, not the
giant
giant
boss.
boss,
Oh, I thought you were looking at Seymour because he is the boss.
Well, I can't see Seymour right now. I was
I have
running around
never-
so I can go through the doors in the north, but
I have never seen a Seymour looking so much like not a boss.
yeah,
Can't
Seymour
believe
needs-
you. Let's end the stream. Thank you for watching, everybody. That was episode 34.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be an episode 35? Well, there will be, but will there be an episode 36? Probably.
Probably.
Not. Who knows?
Maybe.
Can we make it to 40?